Well, day one has turned into night one here at the soccer tournament 2025. A look from high atop Field 3 at WakeMed Soccer Complex in Cary, North Carolina. We've moved to the second round of men's group play, and the crowd not going anywhere as we get set for a showdown between Newtown Pride FC and Boca Dallas. Good evening, everybody. Great to be with you. I'm Chris Vosters. This is game 44 of 48 on the schedule for TST Day 1. Game started at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. They will go past 10 o'clock p.m., so about 15 hours of soccer to kick off the $1 million winner-take-all tournament. Interesting matchup here tonight. Newtown Pride FC won this tournament in 2023. Boca Dallas is a new team with players who have TST experience. A player to watch on either side. For Newtown Pride FC, it's a roster that has changed over its 3 tournaments, but Gabriel Costa has been a constant. 6 goals and 4 assists in his TST career. And you're looking at, just a moment ago, Marco Fabian for Boca Dallas, probably the biggest name on the pitch in this game and one of the biggest names in the field. Of course, a decorated career with the Mexican national team. He is an Olympic gold medalist at the London Games back in 2012. Another player to keep our eye on tonight. Getting ready for kickoff, and a reminder of the rules. If this is your first time tuning in to TST, or maybe you just need a refresher, this is 7-on-7, so the field length a little bit shorter, just 195 feet by 135 feet. No offside or throw-ins, and the target score is the key for all TST games. Every game ends on a made goal, and we'll explain more about what the target score entails after we get to the end of the second 20-minute half. Boca Dallas is in the blue, and that's a shot from Mateus Silva of Newtown Pride FC in the off-white and beige-colored shorts. So a fast start to this game. Second round of group play for both of these teams. They each won their first round game earlier today. So all 48 teams in the men's field play twice today to open day one of this 6-day competition. Robbie Williamson plays it back to the Newtown Pride FC goalkeeper, who is Patrick Villela, number 16. Boca Dallas trying to win the ball in the defending end, and a shot fired by Luan Silva of Newtown Pride. Boca Dallas made its TST debut earlier today, and hard to complain about the results. They posted a clean sheet with a 5-0 win over LCF Academy. Led 1-0 at halftime and then poured it on a little bit, scoring 3 goals in the second half, and then, of course, the target time game winner after the second half ended. This game off to a fast start, and a foul here that sends Caio Ferreira flying to the pitch for Newtown Pride FC. He hobbles off. Substitutions are done on the fly, and you can substitute as many times and as often as you want here in these TST 7-on-7 games. That's what Boca Dallas is doing right now, getting everything situated. Ready for the Newtown Pride free kick, just over 2 minutes in. Ball set up top by Jamie Thomas. And Villela, the goalie, out of the box right now to play it. Across midfield with it. Villela. A pass inside the other box, quickly snuffed out by Boca Dallas, but kept in the half field by Joao Miranda of Newtown Pride FC. That was Costa with his first touch of the match, number 10. He scoots off the pitch. Revolving door substitutions. Both of these teams with deep rosters that they utilized effectively in their first game of the day. Newtown Pride knocked off Dueling for Lincoln 4-2 in a game that was back and forth early. Newtown Pride actually trailed 2-1 at one point in the game, and now a chance here, but a pass behind and then cleaned up by Julian Lennis. Pass was intended for Enzo Beatrix, but There was Lennis lurking just inside the top of the 36. And it sets up a corner for Newtown Pride. They bring it back. Williamson rolls it to the wing in the direction of Barbara Oviedo, who was one of the goal scorers for Newtown Pride in their first game earlier today. Remember, no throw-ins. So every re-entry from the touchline, an indirect free kick. And Valela's got it now for Newtown Pride. Newtown Pride trailed 2-1 in the first half of round one today, tied it up at halftime, and ultimately scored 3 unanswered. That one may have blown up in Valela's face. Heads-up play by Hebron Rayo to block the shot pass at near point-blank range, but Newtown Pride survives the near scare. Rolled out now to Rayo, who was causing a little bit of havoc early on the last possession. And a miscommunication there, a turnover for Boca Dallas in their own end. And it sets up Lennis with the re-entry. Miranda surveys the field. Newtown Pride FC, not just because of their championship pedigree, but also because of their style of play, one of the more polarizing teams in the field, as that shot from high just misses the right post. Gustavo Gomez with a bid to get Newtown Pride on the board early. Replay on the left box. Kept in by Newtown Pride on the takeaway. Thomas into the box, knocked down by Matias Veron of Boca Dallas, but Newtown Pride withstands possession. Kayvon Frater ultimately dribbles it out of bounds over the goal line. So some early pressure here for Newtown Pride. Their style of play tends to be more methodical, more tactical, more willing to play the possession game, and that has made them a polarizing team for TST fans. Newtown Pride, as the defending champions last season at TST, were actually booed by spectators in one of their games. There's a new rule in TST games this year, and you saw this on the screen at the start of the match. You have to advance the ball forward within 8 seconds of an individual possession. So that rule is not the Newtown Pride FC rule per se, but their style of play in part influenced that addition to the rule book for TST this year. Can't just sit on the ball and play keep away for all 40 minutes. Newtown Pride has definitely not been passive so far in this game, as that pass was intercepted and sent very dangerously close to Eduardo Cortez, the goalkeeper for Boca Dallas. It was Guillermo de Lima Cuna, number 25 in off-white, with the takeaway in the attacking end for Newtown Pride FC a moment ago. Here's some aggressive pressure by DeMario Phillips to try and force the takeaway. And Frater goes streaking into the attacking end, with Boca Dallas again on its heels a little bit. Newtown Pride FC starting on the front foot. Certainly not looking tired after playing a game already today. This is round 2 of 3 group play matches for all 48 men's teams in the field, and then we'll trim things down to the knockout round of 32 beginning in 2 days' time. Ball is picked up here by Frater. Frater dribbles the ball on down. He's shadowed by Pedro Castaneda, pushed into the corner now. No one really in the mix to try and help Frater out, and unable to sell the foul call in the eyes of referee Corey Rockwell. Rockwell, the referee. Alexis De Silva monitors the benches in this contest tonight. Underway at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time here in Cary, North Carolina. Final game of the day kicks off at 10. Rios with a chip over the crossbar of Valela. Jorge Adrian Rios, the midfielder for Boca Dallas. Starting lineups for both of these teams remain the same from game one, and why not? Both teams won their first game. Part of a Group D field that also includes LCF Academy and dueling for Lincoln. Cortez hauls it in and rolls the ball out, and a writhing player for Newtown FC right now. We'll pause play temporarily. I believe it's Leo Espinoza who scored Newtown Pride's first goal of TST this year earlier today. And you can see Cortez checking in on him a moment ago. Here's the collision in the air. Espinoza immediately reaching for his lower back. We mentioned this is Boca Dallas's TST debut, but they are somewhat of a spinoff from the 2024 championship side, La Bombonera. Oscar Perez is the general manager and organizer of Boca Dallas. He was affiliated with La Bombonera last year, and on the pitch, while the confetti was figuratively falling after La Bombonera took home the $1 million prize last year, he approached TST organizers with the idea to create his own team. And it has come to fruition just 1 year later, and not only on the men's side, Boca Dallas has entered a team in the women's competition as well, which kicks off tomorrow, 16-team field. So Boca Dallas, one of 4 clubs with a men's and a women's entry in TST 2025. Ball up for grabs high in the attacking end of Newtown Pride, and eventually it's Boca Dallas who breaks out. Possession short-lived, however. In a hard collision, this time it's Luan Silva who's slow to get up for Newtown Pride, and there's a player down for Boca Dallas as well from just outside the Newtown Pride bench. That collision involving Marco Fabian, the 35-year-old star for Boca Dallas, the native of Guadalajara. Lots of experience with Team Mexico on the national stage, a gold medalist and a CONCACAF Gold Cup winner in 2011. 43 caps with the Mexican national team over a 7-year span from 2012 to 2019, and looking for some glory here in TST. Having a word with Corey Rockwell as play resumes. Fabian stays on the pitch, and there's a ball played back to Valela, the goalie, from Enzo Beatrix. Whistle and a foul here, and the latest to go down, Brian Brown for Newtown Pride. Wearing the double nines, and Corey Rockwell has had a busy first half. He helps Brown to his feet. Took a boot to the chest. Alejandro Sanchez Jr. was issued a yellow card for that play. Here's Gustavo Gomez, rolled back, and some pressure now applied by Fabian and Boca Dallas. Ball chipped over midfield, taken right back by the team in blue, Boca Dallas. Jaime Romero started the play, but now the defense retreats. Ball played over to Cesar Correa and rolled back to Cortez. Cortez shadowed by Brian Brown, who looks no worse for the wear after that boot to the chest minutes ago. Rolled back in by Williamson to Valela, and it is Williamson who will take the goal kick. Hugo Puentes keeping Newtown Pride honest. Puentes number 9 in blue, and Williamson boots it high into the air down the touchline. Knocked down by Espinoza. Got off to a fast start in the early minutes of this game, and now things settling down. Wouldn't call it chippy necessarily, but physical, as there's some pleasantries exchanged following the latest foul, setting up a free kick on the restart for Newtown Pride. Miranda trying to work around Brian Macias. and he escapes. Miranda gives it up into the box. A save made by Cortez. Rebound played by Newtown Pride. On the reset, Lennis backing up toward midfield, and he has his pocket picked by Alejandro Sanchez. Here's Puentes, tracked by Lennis. Loose ball and a foul called on Newtown Pride. Emotional reaction from Boca Dallas. They got the call. Not sure if Puentes wanted a card or if he wanted a continuation, but in any event, the restart spot picked out, and it's Macias who appears ready to wind up. Sanchez to his left, and that's who receives the ball. Sanchez guarded by Demario Phillips. In it goes, and Valela might have gotten a piece of his gloves on it as it deflected wide to his right. Valela guarding the post on the corner. Outside of the goalie box, he hauls it in, looking to start a breakout. He throws it up to Delima Kuna. Substitutions on the fly for both teams as we work our way into the later portion of the first half. First half of two 20-minute halves, and a target score period to follow after that to determine the winner. Gomez cut down. And a foul called. And it goes. Here's a chance for Costa. Gets it back in a redirect goal. Newtown Pride FC is on the board. Gustavo Gomez gives the 2023 TST champions a first half lead. It was Gomez who started the play. Costa had the chance right there. Cortez made the initial save, and Costa picks up an assist on a gorgeous heel pass to the cutting Gomez. Got to start to keep an eye on Gomez as one of the scoring leaders of TST this year. That's his second goal already. I beg your pardon, his first goal, but his second point. He has an assist in game one. Gomez had 5 shots on goal in Newtown Pride FC's first game, but did not score. This time he breaks through. So a goal and an assist now for Gomez. And Costa now has 2 assists to go along with his game-winning goal in Newtown Pride's round 1 win. A meeting at the midway stripe. Matias Verón pops it out of play for Boca Dallas. Newtown Pride ball as we get back going again. Kyle Ferreira. And now Valela strikes the ball into the 36. Now just alongside of it. Roberto Escalante with the contact, and he is called for the foul. Drawn by Espinosa, number 9. Penalty box goes out to 36 feet. The goalie box is 18 feet, and there's a missile over the net from Julian Lennis. Costa buzzing around in there as Boca Dallas breaks it out. Knocked back the other way off the head of Espinosa. Costa looking for a steal in the attacking end. Jorge Adrian Rios plays it back to the keeper. Lovely ball up to Rios. Looking for numbers and played down to Castaneda just outside of the box. Spinning ball, and Valela picks it up. Williamson to his right. He rolls the ball leftward instead. Gathered by Silva. And a high drive from a tough angle. That was Oviedo, beg your pardon, Barbaro Oviedo. Newtown Pride, a tall team. If you look at the squad at any given moment, they have tall players at virtually every position on the pitch. Williamson with a collision on Verón. Boca Dallas up with the ball. Looking for an entry into the box. Escalante now with the left foot high and in the direction of our camera position back there. Shout out to our TST broadcast crew working upwards of a 15-hour day here. Arriving at WakeMed Soccer Park right after dawn. 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning to get things going for the first games of the day at 8, and now the final games of round 2 underway. Part of a 48-game day 1 schedule here across 7 fields at WakeMed Soccer Park. Just off the goal line, Boca Dallas tries to dig it out. Ball won at midfield by Newtown Pride, however. On top 1-0 and trying to take this lead into halftime. Just off the touchline, kept in play by Rodolfo Valenzuela. Now Castaneda into the box. Play to Fabian, and that shot just ripped wide. Still plenty of heat off the shoe of Marco Fabian, the Olympian. Good footwork by Espinosa, out of bounds, and it's Boca Dallas possession. Flavio Guzman. And DeMario Phillips unable to pry the ball away from Castaneda. Fabian had it for a moment, and Phillips did get the final answer. Now Kevon Frater through traffic. And eventually just too much pressure from the blue and yellow. Guzman with Frater not giving him any room. Remember, there was not a prolonged, but a noticeable injury pause, hence the extra stoppage time here in the first half, about a minute now. And there's the whistle. 1 half in the books. Newtown Pride FC, on the strength of a goal by Gustavo Gomez, leads Boca Dallas 1-0 in a battle of two 1-0 teams in round 2 of TST 2025. inside the Boca Dallas huddle as we get ready to start half number 2. Boca Dallas down 1-0, and things equally passionate in the Newtown Pride FC huddle. Leo Espinosa rallying the troops in anticipation of the second 20-minute half. Pretty even, 1-0 Newtown Pride. Only goal of the game scored by Gustavo Gomez at 15:10. Newtown Pride doubling up Boca Dallas in shots, and especially shots on goal. Just one shot on goal for Boca Dallas. They have the game's only yellow card as well. When we get to the end of the second half, we will play to a target score. And if you're unfamiliar with this way to end a game, target score is equal to the leading team score +1 at the end of the second half. And the first to reach that target score wins. So every TST game ends on a made goal. Do note that a player is removed from each team after every 3-minute increment within the target score time period. So you start at 7-on-7, you could whittle your way all the way down potentially to a 2-on-2 scenario. And when you get down into 4-on-4 and especially 3-on-3, you see some interesting goalie substitutions. You essentially have a position player don a penny and play as a goalie in the field. It'll be interesting to see how either of these teams approach that, but that is still very far down the line as we begin the second half. Newtown Pride FC on top 1-0. We switch sides to begin the second half. Gabriel Costa wearing the 10 jersey for Newtown Pride and the white with black numbers. Boca Dallas in the blue kits with yellow numbers. Espinosa plays it back. Newtown Pride FC, we mentioned the run to the inaugural TST Championship in 2023. Espinosa, make that Silva, blocked at point-blank range. Rebound caroms to Gomez. Looking for some space, makes the exchange with Costa. Silva with the left foot, bends the ball back toward midfield. Rolled on down now, nifty move by Gomez, looking for a cross. And punched out by Cortez, a bicycle attempt by Espinosa draws the appreciation of the crowd. And worth noting that is Jose Luis Gonzalez now in goal for Boca Dallas, up for the challenge on the bicycle kick attempt. And the one before that as well, for that matter. Boca Dallas working left to right here in the second half. There's a shot from distance that almost ends up on the covered stage down to our right in the corner of field number 3. That's where the Pat McAfee show is taking place during the day this week. Pat McAfee's TST team, CONCACAF, with a 2-0 start to group play. And that's what's at stake for both of these teams in this match. Newtown Pride FC and Boca Dallas each won their first game, trying to improve to 2-0 in group play. There's the takeaway, stopped by Phillips on the counter. Try over the bar from Barbaro Oviedo, looking for his second goal of the tournament. So a win for either of these teams. Of course, they'll improve their group play mark to 2-0, and then that would guarantee a trip to the knockout round, regardless of the result of either team's third game of group play, of course, which will take place tomorrow. And for the loser, still in good position, even at 1-1. Top 2 teams in each group advance. There are 12 groups, so that puts 24 teams into the knockout round, plus 8 third-place teams to make it a round of 32. So you could even finish in the bottom half of your group and still have a shot to move on to the knockout round. Great play to break up that pass intended for Brian Brown. And Frater commits a foul. Boca Dallas ball here. Jorge Leal cut off. Puentes fighting for possession for Boca Dallas. He loses it. Frater with a feed, and Gonzalez out to play. That would-be chance from Newtown Pride FC. Another good look for Lennis that time. Number 33. Again, Gonzalez not the starter in goal for Boca Dallas in this game. Did not play in the first game for Boca Dallas earlier today either, but no sign of rust coming into this game cold in the second half. Hard collision there, and the foul called on Newtown Pride. Still in the early stages of half number 2. Barone cut down. And here we go with the free kick. Plenty of heat, and not a dangerous scoring chance there on the strike from Sanchez. Patrick Villela still in goal for Newtown Pride. Williamson takes the goal kick. Espinosa with the play for Newtown Pride. Enzo Beatrix held onto it for a moment for Newtown Pride, but now Boca Dallas on the counter. Rayo. And a card has been assigned. A yellow card. Newtown Pride, I think, wanted even a red here as we take a look. And again, the foot got up very high from Rayo on Robbie Williamson. Did not appear to be any malicious intent behind it, but that is the second time that has happened where a Boca Dallas player has made contact with the cleat above the waist on a Newtown Pride player. So 2 yellow cards assigned to Boca Dallas in this game, and that's over the touchline on Gomez and out of bounds. Boca Dallas ball. Put back in by Jaime Romero. And now Gonzalez. Now a card assigned to, it looks like Robbie Williamson of Newtown Pride. Both sides were arguing for a foul there. Boca Dallas more vehemently so. Fabian to take the free kick. Williamson with his first yellow card of the match. From the corner of the box, that shot stopped by Newtown Pride. Chipped up in the air by DeLima Cunha to get it over midfield. Fabian taps it back to Gonzalez. Look out, DeLima Cunha not giving up on the play. Ball is headed over the side partition. Substitutions check in now. Brian Brown working his way around Romero, and he runs out of room. And the ball taken by Romero. Newtown Pride wins it right back. Here's Oviedo with a try, and it just trickles wide. Not much on it, but a deflection perhaps got Gonzalez a little off balance. Here's Lennis on the boundary. Good footwork by Castaneda. And it stays with Newtown Pride. Corner kick here. Up high to Miranda, and he plays it all the way back to Villela. Bouncing ball on Ferreira. He couldn't control it. And Boca Dallas will try and start something here, down 1-0 Newtown Pride and Boca Dallas both representing Group D. At the start of TST, you took a look at the groups, and this stood out as a potentially a competitive and deep group with the chance to even put 3 teams of the 4 into the knockout round. So far, both Boca Dallas and Newtown Pride look like knockout round teams. This is Lennis. Tapped up high, and Ferreira brings it down outside the box, looking for a man inside the goalie box, and it's taken away. Romero with the defensive play, and now Castaneda back to Romero. Jorge Adrian Rios nudging the ball along. And pushed out wide to Fabian. And a good check by Brian Brown to win the ball. No slide tackling in TST. Brown does it cleanly on 2 feet, and Newtown Pride's got it. Miranda for Espinosa. Espinosa tracked, and he plays it back into his own end. Valela now looking for Freighter. And a play made on the ball by Rodolfo Valenzuela. 5 goals for Boca Dallas in their TST debut earlier today, looking to get on the board for the first time against a formidable opponent, Newtown Pride FC, and this has been a physical game. This time it's Joel Miranda who picks up the card for Newtown Pride. So now 2 yellow cards for both teams here. Quick restart. This is Rios, and he started too quickly. As you take a look at the replay that drew the card. Boca Dallas a little too eager for referee Corey Rockwell. Fuentes has it, guarded by Williamson, the sturdy defender. Chance just off the goal line, and a shot there from Brian Macias was saved by Valela. Now Rios plays it to Escalante, and it's struck out of the box by Jamie Thomas. Williamson running the ball down, and it goes over the goal line. Here's a look at the last best chance for Boca Dallas, coming off the boot of Brian Macias, the midfielder, who did score a goal in that big second half for Boca Dallas in their round 1 win over LCF Academy. Rios taps it back to Danny Nunez. Gonzalez blasts one off Luan Silva. Boca Dallas hangs on to possession. Escalante, beautiful ball up ahead to Macias. Now Puentes, Williamson in front. Puentes, deflected ball, up in the air and out of play. And Boca Dallas may be showing signs of turning up the offensive pressure a little bit. They've had some good chances here in the last couple of minutes. Just about 8 minutes or so until the end of the second half, as Gomez taps it out of bounds for Newtown Pride. Rios sets the ball down and finds Escalante playing in the attacking end at the moment.
7 minutes, boys. 7 minutes. 7 minutes, boys.
Ball scooped up by Lopez. Jose Gilberto Lopez keeps it away from Silva. Escalante with Espinosa creeping in. Gonzalez long pass ahead, and Williamson cuts it off for Silva and played back to Valela. Long ball ahead in the direction of Gomez. Boca Dallas is there. Rolled out wide to Sanchez. He brings it over midfield, cuts it back on Espinosa.
Force him back, good.
Fuentes plays it back. Escalante dancing on the TST logo. This is Lopez.
Double team.
Just outside the box, and Numbers at the top of the box for Newtown Pride. Looking to start a counter here, and Miranda cut off. Good play made by Jorge Leal. Now a chance for Boca Dallas. Teams exchanging counters here, and Villela comes up with a big save on the try by Alejandro Sanchez Jr. Sets up a corner for Boca Dallas, however. Sanchez takes it and plays it up top to Miguel Diaz. Diaz winds up, and a save made by Villela. That ball got all the way through. Villela not fooled. Boca Dallas making a bid to tie this game. They have settled in here in the second half, but still trail 1-0. That first half goal for Gustavo Gomez holding up here. Sanchez chipped into the box, taken away by Newtown Pride. Taken right back by Boca Dallas. And another big save by Villela. Rebound to the top of the box, taken by Newtown Pride. Delima Cuna plays it back to Lawan Silva. Boca Dallas has done a good job neutralizing the counters for Newtown Pride in Newtown Pride's own end. And it's set up some quick chances for Boca Dallas. They just haven't been able to get anything past Villela here in the second half. Newtown Pride trying to flip the field a little bit, but that's last touch by Delima Cuna. Lovely ball up ahead to Rios. And his crossing pass blocked by Enzo Beatrix, the native of France. Rios outside the box, intercepted by Newtown. They might have numbers here if they push. Chance up the field that time for Nada Martinez, who did not play in the first half. Martinez coming in off the bench and almost came up with a big moment for Newtown Pride, looking for an insurance goal here in the second half. Rolled to Cesar Correa. And back to Gonzalez, who sends it to his left. Someone just had Domino's Pizza door dashed here. There's a lot of great food selections and samplings here at the TST Village. But sometimes you got a craving. Outstanding atmosphere here. Over 42,000 tickets sold at TST 2024, and a great day one gate here. Forecasted numbers on track to set a TST attendance record here in 2025. Guzman with it, nearly intercepted by Oviedo. Just off the goal line for Boca Dallas. Ball pinballed around, still in the Newtown end, and now it trickles across the midfield stripe only for a moment. Castaneda brings it back down, working on Phillips. A try from the top of the box was blocked by Mateus Silva, the tall defenseman for Newtown Pride FC, who stopped another one. Silva, really a defensive specialist. He was in at the start of the game and now has come up big here later in the second half. Notice the stature of Silva, but a goal for Boca Dallas to tie the game late in the second half. Boca Dallas breaks through. It's Flavio Guzman who ties the game late. And Guzman from outside of the box slips that one through a lot of traffic. And sets up a potential target score of 2 scenario in which the next goal will win the game once we get to target score time at the end of the second half. Over the head of Brian Brown and played on a hop by Gonzalez. Castaneda to the middle, and Villela out high to play it. Again, Boca Dallas without a TST pedigree per se, but a lot of these players with ties to the La Bombonera squad a year ago that won TST. And so even though there's not history on Boca Dallas as a TST program, a lot of people had Boca Dallas as a team that could make some noise in TST this year, both on the men's and the women's side for that matter. This has been a good match. Under the lights at Wake Med Soccer Park, field number 3. Long play ahead, and Williamson taps it off his head to Villela. Demario Phillips with it. Thomas rolls it to Williamson. Now Frater. Frater with a drive behind the net. And the second half stops pretty much right on the nose at 40 minutes. So a goal late in the second half by Boca Dallas. Flavio Guzman sets up a target score of 2. In other words, next goal wins. We return for target score time next. The target score is a tournament original, started on the basketball side of things and now is applied to the soccer tournament. Target score equals the leading team score plus 1. The game clock is turned off, and the first to that target score wins. The soccer caveat for target score time is that a player is subtracted from the field of play every 3 minutes. So we will start at 7-on-7 and eventually work our way down every 3-minute increment to 6-on-6 and so on. This game has really been as advertised. The coin toss to determine direction of play and possession here in target score time. You saw Marco Fabian, the captain for Boca Dallas. He came up with an assist on the tying goal at 37-42 late in the second half. Flavio Guzman with the goal for Boca Dallas to tie this game after Newtown Pride FC took the lead at 15-10 on a goal by Gustavo Gomez. Again, there's not a win or go home scenario in this game, but a lot at stake in the sense that if you win this game, you guarantee yourself a trip in the knockout round. You don't need to win or nervously scoreboard watch in your third game of group play to await your fate. So both teams hoping for no drama here. With a win in game 2, they can, well, not relax tomorrow by any means, but certainly have a little bit of the weight taken off their shoulders. Just had a card assigned here very early in target score time. Roberto Escalante of Boca Dallas He's assigned the yellow card. And Luan Silva from the middle of the pitch.
God damn, yo.
Silva with Williamson to his right. Gabriel Costa, number 10, to his left. Keep an eye on Costa. He has some late-game dramatics on his TST resume. Silva with the left foot. A blast.
Hey, the defense.
Good try by Silva. That did not miss by a whole lot. Now Boca Dallas looking for an opportunity. Valenzuela guarded by Williamson, who's been on the field a lot in the defensive end in particular for Newtown Pride. You know, Newtown Pride FC with a reputation for being a possession-based team. However, this is a roster that is by and large different from the teams that went on the deep TST runs in 2023, ultimately winning the championship, and then last year going all the way to the semifinal before losing to Nani FC 2-1. It's a team playing with a little bit of a different style for head coach Onua Obasi, who's listed on the roster as a player coach for what it's worth, but has not seen action in this game tonight. Did play in the first game for Newtown Pride FC earlier today. Boca Dallas with the ball in the attacking end. Miguel Diaz plays it to midfield.
No foul. Hey, ayuda.
Valenzuela played back to Lopez. Lopez, a high drive. And Newtown Pride will start the other way. Next goal wins. It's really that simple. 1-1 the score at the end of two 20-minute halves. And even if you drop this game, chances for the loser still very high of advancing to the knockout round, but it'll put a little bit of pressure on round 3 of group play tomorrow. Mateus Silva rolls it back. Thomas. Ball was a little bit misplayed, but Costa, a drive, that was Gomez rather, and a great save made by Eduardo Cortez. So Boca Dallas continues to flip-flop goalies. It's Cortez who started the first half for Boca Dallas and now gets the nod in goal for target score time. A great stop by Cortez on the drive by Gomez, who has the only goal of the game for Newtown Pride FC and almost came up with the Adidas Golden Fleece awarded to everyone who nets a game-winning goal here at TST this year. Here's Oviedo on the cross to the back door. Ball loose just off the goalie box line. Beatrix with it. He stumbles but stays on his feet. Beatrix hemmed into the corner, and the ball slips over the end line. So we have reached the end of the first 3-minute segment of target score time, and that means we go from 7-on-7 to 6-on-6. You don't really start noticing the difference until you get down to 5-on-5, especially 4-on-4 is when you see some tweaks with goalie substitutions in particular to essentially bring an extra man into the attack. Well, possession awarded there to Newtown Pride. They almost weren't expecting it. Mario Phillips plays it back in. Here's Valela. All the way up to Phillips. There's a man in the goalie box if Phillips can work the ball to the back door. Here's Gomez. His back to the net. He plays it up to Joao Miranda. And left for Williamson. Phillips, box-bound ball, headed out by Boca Dallas. Phillips, a hard collision as he knocks down Cesar Correa. who's slow to his feet. It was a 50-50 ball. Correa played it. He makes his way off the field. Just a common foul, no card assigned. Alejandro Sanchez with Phillips in front. Sanchez slips by Phillips, and the ball slips over the end line. Newtown Pride gets the ball back. Substitutions for both teams as we get back to it. Here's Mateus Silva, who had some big saves, if you will, defensively, some big stops late in the second half. Whistle down here. And a bench card has been assigned to Newtown Pride. And you do see this sometimes in target score time. Teams have had issues with proper substitutions. Either keeping too many players in the substitution box or putting too many players on the field. Again, we are at 6-on-6 right now, and very soon we'll be going down to 5-on-5, provided we get that far. That was Hugo Puentes, who thought he had launched the game winner there, just over the crossbar. There's the last attempt from Puentes, who's made an impact on this game tonight. Puentes had 2 goals, including the game-winning goal for Boca Dallas in their first game earlier today. Referee Corey Rockwell just put up the number 3 sign, so we have subtracted another player. And we are now down to 5-on-5.
One player can be seen is removed, and we resume play 5-on-5.
Next goal wins. Target score time in effect. Whoever scores the game-winning goal will receive the Adidas Golden Fleece and secure lifetime membership into TST and TBT, for that matter, if you want to give basketball a try. Williamson tries to box out Rodolfo Valenzuela. Williamson heads to the bench for Newtown Pride. Gabriel Costa back on the pitch, the mustachio number 10 for Newtown Pride, former SMU Mustang, who had a fantastic NCAA career. Foul called here on Newtown Pride. They get Oviedo. And Boca Dallas with possession. Jorge Adrian Rios with Fabian in the box. Rios, a save by Villela. Rebound outside the 36, eventually picked up by Martinez of Newtown Pride. And another card comes out here. Rodolfo Valenzuela of Boca Dallas is the guilty party there. There's Kayvon Frater with it. A lot more real estate now as we're down to 5-on-5. Costa. Villela, the goalie, in the attacking end. Frater gets it right back to him. Now a pressure applied by Boca Dallas, and this ball is out of bounds. Not much to that possession for Newtown Pride. They bring in new players, substituting on the fly. Marco Fabian, Eduardo Cortez, Alejandro Sanchez. The trio in Boca Dallas' own end at the moment. Hugo Puentes is just at the top of the box for Boca Dallas, number 9, guarded by Williamson. Fabian stripped. Good play by Joao Miranda, but he couldn't get to the ball in time. Backed up well by Cortez. Now Fabian approaching the box. Puentes. Boca Dallas looking for a game winner. Sanchez twirls. Puentes. Fabian. Pushed high by Williamson, and he traps the ball with his foot. Veteran play by Fabian. Keeps possession for Boca Dallas. Miranda is able to win the ball for Newtown Pride. 3 more minutes added to the clock, and so we go down to 4-on-4.
One more player removed for a team. It is now 3-on-3.
And as expected, Newtown Pride anyway will get a little creative with their goalie substitutions. Patrick Villela has been substituted for Gabriel Costa, who's wearing the goalie jersey now. And with Newtown Pride in possession, they try and create essentially a 4-on-3. And if time allows, if Boca Dallas were to take the ball back, you could certainly see Villela scamper back out there, the goalkeeper by position on the roster. But here's Costa, who has a flair for the dramatic in TST. Now Silva plays it back to Costa. Costa has 3 game-winning goals at TST going into this year, and then he hit the game winner in Game 1 today of Round 1 for Newtown Pride FC. So 4 game-winning goals for Costa is the most in TST history. A third-team All-American at SMU. Played for the Mustangs from 2019 to 2021. Born in Rio de Janeiro. Started his college career in the States at Azusa Pacific. Played there for 1 year and then closed out with 3 excellent years at SMU. His first year with the Mustangs in 2019, he was 3rd in the country in assists. And true to form, has an assist at TST already. Trying not to get too cute with it, however. Now some room opens up for him, and he brings it back. And this is what drives some fans nuts about Newtown Pride's style of play. You heard some impatience from the crowd here, as a lot more people have showed up to Field 3 as this game has gone into target score time. Roving fans throughout the 7 fields in play for TST, and there's a tendency to see crowds uptick at an individual field as things get tight late. This game has always been close from opening kickoff on. And remember, you have 8 seconds to move the ball forward. Can't simply sit on the ball. And here come the Boo Birds again for Newtown Pride FC. We heard this last year as well. They are perhaps the most polarizing team in the field. You either love them or you hate them. But they stand by what they do. Now, this is the first time they've really played it this way tonight in this game. Watch out for Brian Macias, number 24 for Boca Dallas. He's trying to speed things along. Oviedo plays it wide. Gustavo Gomez certainly with the capability of a game winner as well, but he passively plays it back to Costa. It's Costa and Gomez, Silva, and Oviedo, the quartet for Newtown Pride FC. You almost wonder if Newtown Pride just wants to get it down to 3-on-3. We started target score time at 7-on-7. Every 3 minutes we subtract a player.
We need a shot.
Remember the rule added to TST this year that you have to advance the ball forward within 8 seconds. And Newtown Pride challenging that here, or perhaps looking for a loophole of sorts. Now you can hear the individual calls from fans to move the ball forward. And we're going to go down to 3-on-3. Well, Newtown Pride FC showed very little interest in engaging a 4-on-4 scenario. We'll see what they have in mind for 3-on-3. It's Gomez, Costa, and Luan Silva, the trio for Newtown Pride. Costa looking for his 5th TST game-winning goal. What happens when you win 2 Adidas Golden Fleeces? 1 is good enough for lifetime membership. Cross that bridge when we get there. Over to Gomez. Newtown Pride is trying to get Boca Dallas, trying to lull them into making a mistake, perhaps running out of patience and opening up a chance on an overplay. Danny Nunez, number 2 in blue, on the field for Boca Dallas. Eduardo Cortez in goal. And then it's Jaime Romero, number 17, the 3 on the field for Boca Dallas. Boca Dallas hasn't touched the ball in a long time. Just not willing to fall into the Newtown Pride trap. Silva. Back to Costa. Maybe we'll see a shot clock for TST 2026, at least in target score time. Who knows? Newtown Pride certainly playing within the rules, and it's gotten them very far in the first 2 TSTs. Looking for the perfect goal-scoring chance. Boca Dallas now applying a little bit of pressure. Costa calling for the ball. This is Gomez, who's now at the point. And it's Costa now down on the wing. Lobbed over to Costa. Cortez tries to play it. A lot of spin on the ball. Boca Dallas finally wins possession, able to keep it in bounds. And the crowd cheering on Boca Dallas. They've become the more sympathetic team. There's an open net. Gomez tracks it down, and he is fouled by Danny Nunez. We've hit another 3-minute increment, so we can't subtract any more after this. We are down to 2-on-2. So for Newtown Pride, there's, you think, nowhere else to hide. See the perspiration on Gabriel Costa. Costa and Silva. Cortez still in goal for Boca Dallas, as you would expect. Silva back into his own end. Lone position player for Boca Dallas right now is Cesar Correa, number 12. Costa hedging on Silva, who has the ball now. It'll be interesting to hear the reaction from the crowd if Newtown Pride wins this game. Usually it's a moment of jubilation. But given the way that Newtown Pride has played this game strategically, especially in target score time, maybe the reception won't be that warm. Silva. Costa still wearing the goalie jersey. Who's going to blink first? At some point, does Correa try to take the ball away? He'd have an open net in front of him if he could get a clean look off from distance. Silva. Costa enters the box. Silva, topside. Costa stays alive and taps it in. Gabriel Costa with his 5th game-winning goal at the soccer tournament. Plays the long game, the slow game. And why change if it works? If your Newtown Pride has a chorus of boos rain down here as Newtown Pride wins 2-1 over Boca Dallas and improves to 2-0. They stamp their ticket to the knockout round for the 3rd year. Boca Dallas still with a lot to play for. Here is how it ended. Costa finally got Eduardo Cortez to bite. And off the outside of his right foot, put it in. Boca Dallas drops to 1-1, but again, still in really good position to advance out of the group stage. And another golden fleece sponsored by Adidas for Gabriel Costa.
On field 2, and another over on field 5.
So Boca Dallas will have a chance to play dueling for Lincoln in the final game of Group D play tomorrow to stamp their ticket to the knockout round. Newtown Pride will take on LCF Academy tomorrow in round 3, but their fate secured for the knockout round. Few more games left, still streaming on YouTube if you want to close out your night on a fantastic day of soccer here at TST. Re-rack for action beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Round 3 of men's group play and the women's tournament starts. Enjoy the rest of your night, and thanks for watching the Soccer Tournament.